Good afternoon. We're back here at Camp Control. Today's topic is step 7. Humbly ask them to remove our shortcomings. Step 7 in recovery. Humbly ask them to remove our shortcomings. So, in step 7, we're starting to put our sobriety plan into action. We're starting to practice our new tools of recovery that we've learned. Whether we were in treatment, whether we began working our recovery through other programs, spirituality, however it's been done. It's time to put those plans into action. We asked the Great Spirit, or our higher power of our understanding, we asked them to remove our shortcomings. And so what we're doing here in step 7 is we're going to experience a little bit of humility. We've already experienced humility when we admitted that we were powerless over our addictions, alcohol or drugs. And we learned to say no. And when we humbly ask them to remove our shortcomings, all these things that we used to practice, as I was saying in step 6, we don't need these things in our lives no more. We don't need these behaviors anymore that we're so used to. Feeling sorry for ourselves. Pour me another drink. I'm sure you've all heard that one before. We have hope. As long as we are alive. As long as we are alive. And we have life. We have the gift of life. We have the gift of life. We always have a shot at life. No matter what. So we begin to take certain steps, as we have done already. The first 6 steps. Step 7, when we remove these defects of character that we've had, we got to start practicing that now. We got to put our money where our mouth is. So when we get to people, places, and things, whatever is going to trigger us, we gotta try to. We're going to start recognizing that now. That we need to stay away from these places and these kinds of people that put us into these situations. And as soon as we start feeling the stinking thinking that they call it, stinking thinking, when we talk ourselves into drinking and talk ourselves into negativity. So we're in step 7. We're learning to change that now, change our thinking, change our ways. And putting that into action. Walk the walk. If you're going to talk the talk, walk the walk. Somebody that's drinking, still using alcohol, is not a good person to get sobriety advice off of, especially if they're living in addiction. But I'll tell you something though. I learn a lot from addicted people. I've learned a lot from, I get a lot of inspiration from some of you folks that are still using out there. Some of you that are still involved in those addictions. Helps me to see where I don't want to be. I'm not saying that you're awful to look at or anything like that. What I mean is that I learn from other people's mistakes too. When someone is hurt from their addictions and they're still going through all these things that I once went through, I learn from that. So I get inspiration from when people share their stories too, which is why I share mine a lot in my videos. And I'm not afraid to admit my mistakes, okay? I'm not a perfect person, and I never was. Okay, I made mistakes. I've done things that harm myself, you know, that drag my name through the mud. I've had people drag my name through the mud. I've had people leave me, even today, still, you know, drifting away from me because they find out about things that I've done, or, you know, in my addictions, and when I lived that kind of a lifestyle. And the thing is, I don't practice those cycles anymore, where I'm going to hurt myself or hurt others. So if people want to be afraid and start shying away from me, that's okay. You can just go wherever the hell you want. I don't need you. You can shy away all you want. I really don't give a shit. What I do care about is those ones that want help. If you turn your back, that's you. I don't care. If you seek help from me, that's fine. Okay, I can you know, I can accept a person the way they are, no matter what they've done, no matter who they are, as long as you're willing to change and help yourself. Okay, so when people start judging me, I can feel it, and when people start shying away from me, I shy away from them too. And I've been living through this addiction all my life, so I learned to recognize that in other people, when people are being negative, or they just don't want to accept the truth or reality. And what I try to focus on is truth. And that's what you need when you're recovering. You're going to hear a lot of things that you don't, when you go to meetings, you're going to hear a lot of things that you don't want to hear. People are going to tell you stuff that you don't want to know. But what do you do with it? These are your tools in life. Okay? These are your tools in life that you need to, that you need on your path. And so that's what step 7 is all about, is we're going to start practicing what we've learned, and start putting our plan into action. We're going to get sober. We've let go of a lot of things in our past. We've dealt with issues. If we're at step 7 and we're recovering, we're ready to keep moving forward, not backwards. And if we are to start acting the way we did, start going to these bars and hanging out at bars and drinking pop and thinking that we're not going to be drunk, we got another thing coming. Okay, so you're not doing anything to change it. If you're living a dry drunk and still hanging around the same people, oh yeah, I'm sober now, yeah, I don't drink anymore, look at me, but everybody else is drinking, and you're the only one at that party drinking Pepsi, that's not going to be long before you'll be picking one up too. And so you either quit or you don't quit. You don't wean yourself off, or like that. If you're addicted, you either quit or you don't quit. And that's what it's all about. Get honest with yourself and feel that, and be humble with yourself. Feel that. Feel that, feel that humility. Feel that humility. You can't do this no more. Everyone's told you how bad it is. You know how bad it is, but you're still not wanting to let go. You're thinking of everything else but yourself, and you're not going to be good to your children or to anyone else if if you're not good to yourself. Okay, you're only setting a bad example. And if that's important to you, that you regain that trust with your family and your children and your loved ones, whoever they may be, then these are the things that you have to do. You have to start practicing these steps, or taking that, putting that format into action. And if you're going to get sober, it's time to stop talking about it and start doing it. What are we going to do to get sober? And a lot of it in step 7 means staying away from people, places, and things. Places where that's going to trigger you. And if you're getting angry, or you're hurt, and there's tragedy or something like that, you have to start learning how to do that, and dealing with that in a positive manner, and with positive people, rather than drown yourself in addictions, because that's all that's happening. That's why it's a cycle. It just keeps going over and over and over and over again, just like the revolving door cycle in jail. It's not going to stop. That door is going to keep revolving unless you learn to get out of that situation and stop hanging around those crowds, those kinds of people. Oh, there goes a squirrel. Oh, nice, no, chitmo. Mabo Oreo is just gods it. He's getting mad. Oreo's getting. Whoop, are you okay? Settle down, Oreo. So that's what step 7 is all about. Is learning to start practicing these tools that we've learned, and we will become healthy again. But we have to stop making ourselves sick. Okay? Have faith in yourself. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You don't need this no more. You don't need this kind of a lifestyle. You don't need these people in your life. Okay? It's time to keep moving on that path in a more positive manner. And when people see you moving on that path in a positive manner, you give inspiration to others, even to those that are that have long-term recovery. Even some of you, like I was saying, some of you folks that don't that are still using. I still learn from you, even when you share what's going on with you. So it's good that you become comfortable with yourself enough to to say no. If you're this far in your sobriety, start learning to use that word no. When somebody wants to borrow money off you, when somebody wants to send you to the beer store, like, no, man, my feet don't walk in that direction no more. I don't buy beer for nobody. I don't let people in my door that, I don't like people coming to my door all drunk. I don't like people coming to my place all drunk, or even talking to me when they're all hammered up. It only pisses me off. It only triggers me. So I try to avoid that, or try to avoid those kind of people. So when somebody looks to me for help, I would rather that they, that they don't still be using alcohol or still practicing in their addictions. So I've got a little bit of my grass cut, but I'm gonna have to get some more gas from my lawnmower here, which was donated to me not too long ago. So I'll be working on trying to get that accomplished this weekend. And I thank you everyone once again for joining me for step 7, and back here again at Camp Cottrell, myself and Oreo from Ontario, my co-host and my buddy. Aha, Wamampi mina Kwabin Wabong mina ga West Wabong Miigwech. Aha.